Hey, what's up, Chaos Cats? I'd voice this myself, but my house is never quiet and I'm currently up too late to be talking anyway. So, the point of the AI voice over the speed draw is because I'm curious if others do this too. I've technically done this twice, but we can use the most recent one as an example since the source material has gained a tad more popularity as of late. Alright, since June of last year, I've been obsessed with TrollHunters. All of the tailies of Arcadia, actually, and yes, that includes the movie we like to pretend doesn't exist. By the tail end of June, I had already came up with characters based on characters from 3 Below. Those characters were Koshin, Maril, York, Flair, and Seth. Those 5 were just the start. I decided to write them some lore, which brought me Chance, Jane and Finley, which then proceeded in me basically deciding to make a whole work inspired by the tailies of Arcadia. And of course, like I did the first time I did this, I just started taking characters from the source material and changing them. Like how I took Steve and made Flair, or took Darcy and made Amaryllis. But they're also far different from the originals, like how Flair and Amma are twins, along with Amma herself being trans. In classic Piki fashion, I just had to make my version the most LGBTQ+ friendly stuff you've ever seen, even if I'm having everything happen in Cat Lake, Idaho. I mean, there is a small section that'll be in Catstone, Washington, but that doesn't matter really. Both are as real as Gravity Falls. So basically what I'm saying is I've taken this show series I freaking adore, and I've written 2 fanfics for it, but also that lead to me making a whole story based on TrollHunters, along with some inspiration from other fanfics as well. Inspiration comes from anywhere, I know, but like, now every time I think of TrollHunters, I think of my story, which I've named The Light Collectors, and I'm not even done writing the dang plotline. So no one knows about this, even though I'm obsessed with it. I freaking adore my little goobers, dude, but I'm the one who has to promote them. I'm the one who has to tell their story, which is fun but also luck-based. Like, in order to get people to be interested in my characters, I have to make a ton of content for them, and I have to get you interested. But I also have to get lucky with a stupid algorithm. I kinda wanted to keep talking until the speed draw is over, but I'm starting to draw blanks, so I'm just gonna start blabbing about lore. Of course, we have to start with the Light Collector before Chance dying. The one before him was a cat troll named Fluffers. Fluffers was getting chased by Pancus when she ends up dying to the sun after a self-sacrifice, being unable to get the Light Collector amulet. Go, just say Pancus, you don't need to whisper his name. Anyway, after that we introduced Chance Grasswin, then his mum, who instead of being a doctor, she's a principal. Her name is Brenda Grasswin. Then we have Finley Darkman and Jane Hangston. We go to school meeting Tiana Fro, Jane's best friend. Then we meet Flair Vincent, Theodore Cambier, and Seth Fortgold. Seth argues with Flair about putting Theo in lockers, but the two explain it's an act they put up for the teachers, and Theo oddly likes to nap inside his locker. Soon enough, Mr. Tinker walks over and sets all 3 of them up for detention at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Jane and Tiana are off to have a girls' weekend along with Amaryllis Vincent. So with it being an oddly hot sunny day in September, Finn and Chance go to Bridge Pond, a decently sized pond under a bridge. There the amulet calls for Chance once he finds it. That's when a teenage cat troll shows up. His name is Jasper, he's Fluffers' son. Jasper yells at Finn and Chance to get away from Fluffers' remains, but then soon enough begs them to help bring her pieces into the shadows so he can rebuild her. As they're collecting pieces, Scratch and Whiskers shows up. First they're both startled, but they explain a bunch of stuff about the amulet and Chance tries it out. After that, everyone agrees to start Chance's training tomorrow night. While everyone is asleep, a spaceship crashes down, soon shifting into a large modern family home. The next morning, while Chance is making himself some pancakes, Finn bursts in saying they should introduce themselves to the new neighbors. After eating breakfast and baking some cookies, the two head over to the Ugoi house, meeting everyone inside, which includes their dad, Darshal, Kosh and Maril, their 4 baby siblings, along with the cousins, Yok and Rami. Koshin ends up telling Chance and Finley that they're all runaway royals, that their family just got hit with a coup and their mum is currently recovering from being shot. With that, Chance getting his mum to come over and they set everything up for the 3 teenagers to go to high school. Chance and Finley then take the Jaguar to the mall, where shenanigans ensue. Chance gets home and talks with his mum about it. But Finn bursts in asking if Whiskers and Scratch were there yet, and that leads to Brenda finding out about cat trolls too. Of course, at first she's concerned and confused, but after everything is explained, she decides to go too. When they get to Magi Market, they find cat trolls and wizards there. Finn pulls Chance along, deciding to explore, but they actually needed to get to the scratching post. They didn't know where that was, so the three adults had to quickly chase after them. As they're rushing about, the boys bump into two wizards. The wizards being revealed to be Seth and his dad, Mark. After some conversation, Mark hands Finn a bracelet which unlocks his geomancer abilities. After training, Chance and Finley are very tired, so they get back to the Grass One house and sleep. On Monday, Chance, Finn and Jane all guide Koshin, Maril and Yok to and around the school. At school, Chance was heading toward the bathroom when he accidentally drops his amulet in front of Mr. Tinker. The teacher recognized the amulet, but hands it back to Chance, making a phone call once Chance was gone. At the end of the day, our group of 12 teenagers, yes 12 because Nevaeh Pandexus is here now too, they all head off to hang out at the park for a bit, but they run into Panquis and some random pink doll fur. Doll fur is just the cat troll word for changeling BTW. So Maril is excited to fight, the girl pulling a large claymore from her chest, confusing everyone else. Koshin says flub it and pulls a blaster from his chest. A fight starts and everyone who can fight to protect the ones who can't. After a bit of fighting, Seth says blast it all and summons some green symbols into his hands, slapping them on his friends like stickers with some super speed. Slapping one on his chest before asking to be transported by his dad, everyone transporting through green light pillars. They all end up in the training area inside the Fort Gold house. Everything gets explained. Jane and Nevaeh's magic is unlocked. Jane being a shadowmancer, and Nevaeh being a dendromancer. Eventually everyone gains armor and weapons as I have drawn. And they all train peacefully for 3 months until something happens.
Tinker is handed an anti-magic dagger by Panquis, being told to end Brenda, or he will end him, so begrudgingly he does it.
Had to swap voices because Princess was starting to act up, but Brenda went to bed and Tinker quietly broke in through the balcony doors that lead to her room. He floats over her in his cat troll form, and he stabs her in the chest with the dagger, but he starts crying after doing it. Seth brings Chance home, but due to the young wizard's higher senses, he smells blood from the front door, the two rushing into Brenda's room. Tinker yanks the dagger away and resheaths it before breaking the glass balcony doors as he flies away. Chance begs Seth to heal Brenda, but he can't. Magic can't fix what anti-magic breaks, so Chance falls to his knees, crying over the dead body of his mother. After 2 months, Chance is now fighting Panquis at the park. There Panquis tells Chance that Tinker killed his mom. Chance gets so flooded with emotions, he ends up accidentally killing Panquis. I have so much more planned out in my head and written down, which does include an anger rock character. Her name is Willow Decay. She's hired by Jikihara, the pink doll fur I mentioned earlier, because I have Tinker give himself in to the light collectors and now he's under their custody. I do plan for there to be elemental magic godlike characters. They're called the Core Council, and they will get their titans or golems, and they will cause a world-ending event. Once which will make Chance go back in time because everyone is pretty much dead anyway. Of course, most of the Core Council had died and gifted their powers to 4 of the teens before the time restart. Chance got the Fire Core, Seth got the Life Core, Yok got the Ice Core, and Koshin got the Water Core. All 4 boys being the only 4 to remember the past timeline once the reset happens. Darshal, Koshin's dad, is a star. Some stars can see the future, and since this happened, Koshin is now both a heart and a star. There's so much lore I've got to write down and I am honestly having fun with it. It's just also taking a really long time. But I know I can do it if I just sit down and start. Welp, that's all. Thanks for listening this long. I know this basically just turned into a lore drop video, but I'm doing my best, dog. Anyway, see ya. Have a good day. Night.